Okay, Les Friedman, Beverly Hills Mayor, welcome.
Thank you. Nice joining you via video virtually.
And happy birthday.
And thank you very much for remembering.
Not how you expected to spend your birthday this year, I'm sure. And we appreciate it, though, in the time. So, Mayor, the logical question, obviously, is, you never expected to become a mayor in the middle of a pandemic like this. How do you feel that the job has changed, even just in the last couple of weeks, of the job of being mayor?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I hope everyone is staying home and staying safe. That's the number one priority that we have. It's a very interesting time. Of course, when I assumed the mayorship or knew that I was going to assume the mayorship, nobody had any idea that this is what we would be facing. I am ready, willing, and able to hit this challenge running. We have a fantastic city council that has been working day in and day out trying to manage the situation that we have.
I think a lot of the residents are pleasantly surprised that things appear to be running pretty smoothly, even though obviously a lot of staff is working from home. Trash is still getting picked up, water is still flowing, all those things that residents take for granted. Have you been surprised at that transition, that it's been as smooth as it has been?
Well, we've always had an emergency plan in place, and I don't think we ever had anticipated the magnitude that this has placed us in. But we have the Emergency Operations Center operational. We have Public Works headed by Shauna Epstein and her very capable crew taking care of the essential duties that are necessary. We have our management team headed by Pamela Motis-Muller handling those aspects of what needs to be done. You name it. Jenny Rogers heading up our community services department. We are doing the best we can. We have about 1,100 employees in the city. The essential employees working, probably excluding police and fire, is probably around 400, including police and fire, maybe 600 or 700 that are still active, but everybody else is working virtually.
Right.
So the city is not shut down.
Right. Tell us about, the council obviously has switched to a virtual meeting format. Couple little kinks and bugs had to be worked out, but for the most part, you guys were able to meet last week and get some business done. And tell us a little bit about how meeting virtually is going to be different than in the chambers.
Well, I always feel that having that personal touch, so to speak, and seeing a person is really important to a meeting. So we're missing that a bit. However, the virtual meetings, we're using GoToMeetings, and everybody's face is on the screen.
Right.
And I think everybody is working really hard to make it work. You have to be respectful. There's a touch of a lag, as you probably know, between a virtual meeting and being live. There's maybe a second, two, maybe up to 3-second delay. In the beginning, we were experiencing even a 5 to 7-second delay. And that's difficult because one person is speaking, and when you take a breath, the person on the other end may think that you've stopped, but there is that lag time. And I think we're working through that very, very well now. David Shermer and his IT group are working hard to make those connections a little more quick so that we can get through the business more expeditiously.
Everybody's adjusting, at least as best they can, and just trying to roll with it, right? Tell us a little bit about Beverly Hills Together, which is one of your initiatives. Every mayor, of course, brings to the job his or her perspective. So tell us a little bit about Beverly Hills Together.
So it's really interesting. When I was approached about 2 months before my mayorship would start, we were talking about what the initiative would be. And my goal really was to get our community more together than they are. In the past, there's been a little bit of a tension between the schools and the city, and I want to make sure that that bond was reconnected and even stronger than it ever was. I want to make sure that our seniors felt involved. I wanted to make sure that there was an intergenerational connection between our community. That is, the youngsters who go to the schools and the seniors. So my whole idea was to get a program around getting everybody together and being on the same page. Well, fast forward 2 months, and Beverly Hills
Funny
together.
thing happened on the way to the forum, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's even more important now than ever before. And that's a process that we are going to really get involved in as soon as we get over the hump on this coronavirus. And I think our community, quite frankly, is working very, very well together to get over this. Now, we've put in a couple new ordinances, as you are aware of, and I hope everybody else is aware of, whereas starting this evening, we are asking all of our residents, whenever they go out, to wear some sort of face covering. And that's not only when you're going into one of the essential business services, but also even walking in our neighborhoods. What we've noticed is a lot of people, because of the coronavirus, are walking in their neighborhoods, which is great. It's really an opportunity to see your neighbors and to be kind to everybody. You stop and you talk. But we've noticed that because of the way the sidewalks are and the social distancing a little more difficult, that this is one extra step that we're going to take to make sure that people do not pass on any problems from one to the other.
Okay, so for residents who have any issues or concerns, you direct them to the website first, right? I mean, that's basically where we're telling residents to go if they have any kind of a civic issue they need handled.
Correct. They can go to the website, and there's some phone numbers I can give also. The City Human Services Department is there to support all of our residents. And by calling 310-285-1078, you can be connected to the Human Services Department, and they will answer any questions that you may have. We also have a website, and it is, the COVID-19 hotline, which is a hotline for questions about what's going on with COVID. That operates Monday through Friday, and that's available from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the phone number there is 310-550-4680. Then, of course, there's the city's website, and right on the home page, you can click right there, and it's BH Healthy City. And we can also follow us on social media, and the address is @City of Bev Hills. So those are all resources that our residents and community can use.
Great. All right. Well, we just got 30 seconds left. I got to ask you about UCLA basketball. Obviously, the season was cut short, a little disappointing in the Friedman household. I'm sure you were very disappointed. But what is your take on the new coach and the team? And assuming everybody's back at Pauley, let's hope next November, what do you think the team's going to be like?
So Mick Cronin is really a breath of fresh air in our community. He is really doing a good job there. He has really changed the motivation that our players have. We are really now a defensive team that is looking to create offense off of our defense. And he's doing an excellent job. I think we just got a transfer recruit from Kentucky who will be coming to UCLA. Probably is going to have to sit out 1 year. We have a very good recruiting class coming in, and I look really forward to the coming season. Starts around the very end of October, beginning of November.
Yeah, let's hope we're back at Pauley, business as usual. But I know there's been some talk about playing to an empty arena or things along those lines. So it'll be interesting to see by that point what's going on.
It will be interesting, and hopefully we'll be able to have some sort of relief from this and perhaps some social distancing in the beginning and move on with our lives.
You got it. All right. Well, Mayor Les Friedman, you got your work cut out for you this term. We'll definitely talk to you again in a couple weeks, but keep up the great work.
Thank you very much.